What is up, Williams Baptist University? You're listening to the Williams Pulse podcast. My name is Nolan. I'm a student here at Williams, and I'm joined by staff member Bill. And our guest today, he is heavily involved with student government, the worship team, and he also works with our advancement office. Welcome, Dawson.
What's up, Dawson?
What's up?
Dawson, student government. What is it?
Student Government Association is basically you vote for some people to represent the student body. And throughout the year, they work on initiatives that really work to change the future of the university. So it's your voice, some of the issues that you see, and student government takes those and they try to change those things.
All right. And what's your role with the student government this year?
This year, I am advisor to the president.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a big title.
Yeah.
Does he do everything you say?
It's Castile.
Oh. I thought you meant Dr. Norman.
No, other president.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, well, that's not as cool. Nolan, you were in student government.
I was and am.
What was your role your first year?
I was the freshman rep, and then this year I was the junior rep.
You were? Is it already over?
Well, we just had our last meeting, and we're actually starting up with elections right now. So
Yeah.
I did not plan that transition. That was really cool. Voting begins the 17th, and it's through the 19th. But hey, let's talk more about student government in a second. Let's hop into admissions news, and then school news, and then we'll get to some questions for Dawson. How's that sound?
sounds good.
Dawson, you cool with that?
That's great.
Awesome.
All right, so if you haven't already, it's time to register for classes. So you can sign up to register for classes at williamsbu.edu/registration. This is where you'll get your class schedule. And then we also have VIP Day this Thursday, April 18th. So you can sign up for that at williamsbu.edu/VIP. At this event, you will get your official class schedule. You will get your student ID. There will be a ton of incoming freshmen there as well. And then we also have a scholarship ceremony to end the day.
Williams news of what's going on. Here we go. Monday, student government campaigning begins, and on the 17th, that's when voting opens. Do not ask me how you vote. You will find out somehow.
Probably Google Forms sent out.
Hey, then we have a JV baseball game at 12 p.m. and 2:30 p.m., a JV softball game at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., wiffle ball at 5:30, and then a Comp 1 study group at 7:30 in the SSC. Big Monday.
So on Tuesday, there will be baseball at 1 p.m., and then there will be a fun run at 6 p.m.
It's time for fun run already?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Spring Fling Week.
This is Spring Fling Week? Why didn't we start that off with...
Because we have other important things going on.
Yeah, speaking of, there's International Dormant Pancakes at 7:30 p.m., and the lunch highlight is Spain.
I know what they're going to have.
What?
Oh, what is it? I was talking to Fernando. He said that they were going to do it when they did Spain. Can't remember. He said that it's like this big bowl and everybody eats out of it.
Why did you so confidently say, I know what this is?
Because I can picture it, and he showed me it.
Okay.
Like, Fernando makes it good, whatever it is.
Okay. We'll be there. I will not be there.
So Wednesday, we have chapel, and the speaker is Danny
Swanepoel.
Swanepoel.
Yeah.
Who's that? Do you know him?
Yeah, he's actually a friend of mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Originally South Africa.
Nice.
Yeah.
After chapel, there's a craft event at 12.
Then on Thursday, we have the VIP registration for new students, which Nolan's already told us about. A petting zoo from 9:30 till 11:30 for everybody. An accounting study group at 5 p.m.
Bill
in the
will be
SSC. I will be there. The Masters Singers concert is at 7 p.m. in the Manley Chapel. And then the Hall Wars finale is at 8 p.m.
On Friday, there'll be baseball at 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. And then there'll be a spring theater production, Alice in Wonderland, at 7:30 in the Maddox lobby.
And that's because the startup chapel is under renovation. So this play is going to be in the Maddox lobby on Friday and Saturday. Saturday at 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. And also on Saturday, there's a baseball game at 12 p.m. Enough with the news. Let's go into some questions, learn more about Dawson and the Student Government Association.
All right, Dawson, can you share some key initiatives or projects that you have worked on during your time in student government?
Yeah. I want to talk about two of kind of the biggest ones. I've been in student government for 2 years, but a couple of them that have been pretty cool to work on and be a part of is the Campus Visibility Safety Initiative, which we worked as a team to kind of highlight some dark areas on campus, like physically lighting, and just to be able to work to be able to get those areas lit for the safety of our campus.
So where did those lights go?
So actually, after we presented that initiative, some lights started popping up around campus, kind of behind the CAF and behind the SSC. There was a light that came out of that, and then behind the girls' dorm, there was a bright floodlight that got put up and really lights up that whole parking lot. So I hope everybody feels safer because of that. So another initiative that we got to do is pretty cool. Was an outdoor space initiative where eventually we were kind of given the question of, can you develop an outdoor space where students can kind of hang out? So from that started an initiative where at the end of it we wound up having materials for a metal pavilion being donated, and then also along with that a concrete pad. So out on our farm, I don't know if you've been out there yet, but you need to go check it out. We've got a metal pavilion out there that's got concrete underneath it. There's a fireplace out there, so we were able to get that donated and
Is
built.
that by the pond?
Yeah, it's by the pond.
Wow, there's a fireplace already?
Yeah, there's a fireplace.
Did not know that.
Pretty cool. So those are a couple of initiatives that we were able to tackle and get some stuff done on.
What do you find most rewarding about your role in student government, both this year and last?
I would say the most rewarding part about it is the ability to, number one, represent the needs of the students, and also just being able to get things done. That's kind of my favorite thing to do, is just be able to take some issues that the students bring to us and just be able to go out and tackle those things. So really the work itself is the most rewarding part.
Nolan, what do you find most rewarding?
The most rewarding thing is seeing real change on campus. So there are different projects that I've worked on where it's not immediate, like we leave the meeting with the president and they instantly give us something, but then like a couple months later or after the summer when we come back, then we see our projects are implemented on campus. So like the trash cans in front of the library and behind the SSC, and then there's now a sign that marks like a divot in the road, and different things like that. Like it's very rewarding to actually see it come to fruition.
Dawson, how do you engage with the student body and gather feedback to inform your work?
Every semester, there's two ways that we kind of go about this as student government. Is one, we set up a table in the grill, and we're set up for a couple days, and we just let students come to the table and either tell us things verbally or anonymously write things down on note cards, and then we'll take those back to our meeting and look them over. And then another way is sometimes we send out Google Forms. People can fill those out, and it'll come back to us. And then the last way is just kind of word of mouth. We try to listen to others, and I've had people come up to me because they just know I'm in student government and say, hey, this is something that we would like to see changed. And so I just kind of take that to our president, vice president, and then they present it in one of our meetings.
Can you talk about what your role is with working with the university's advancement department?
Recently, I started working for advancement, and really the long title of it is Institutional Advancement and Business Development, which is a long name for a department that we call the Office of Stuff and Things. So it's pretty funny, but when you look at the mission of advancing a university, a lot can fall underneath that. So that's kind of what our office does. Some specifics in that is we work on a lot of projects throughout the year, and really one of our main goals is to raise significant funds for scholarship money. So that's kind of been what I've been tasked with, and then alongside that we look at some things to further develop the university. So it's been an awesome opportunity to be able to work to raise money for students and to be a part of some strategies for the future of the university. But all in all, I'm just excited to have a seat on the train. So it's pretty fun.
Well, I hope you get a bunch of high fives from people after this episode releases. Dawson, thank you for what all you're doing.
Yeah, our team is definitely awesome. So
Yeah,
thanks to them.
you do have a good team.
Yeah.
So y'all just had a pretty big event with the eclipse, right?
Yeah, we actually sold parking spaces for the event, and it was pretty cool. We had people from all over who came to sit and park and watch the event. They had a great time. And all the money that came from that is actually going to student scholarships, so pretty cool.
That's awesome. This has been
And will continue to be
the Williams Pulse.